Samsung Galaxy S25 versus the Z Fold 7. Which one should you buy? The answer is both of them. I'm just kidding. But right now they're both on insane sales. So I want to talk about it, right? So you can figure out which one if you're interested in buying one. Right now, as they're making this video, you can get the Z Fold 7 for $1,399, no trade-in required. Now, they're still offering the trade-in deal where you get up to $1,000 trade-in, but right now you can get double the storage and you get $600 off. You get it for $1,399. I believe this is the cheapest deal that we've ever seen. And then the S25 Ultra, it's been on lots of deals the last week or two. I've made a couple of videos this month because Samsung started their Black Friday sale stuff like early on, right? They put stuff out there. They keep changing it a little bit higher, a little bit lower, bring back the double storage. But, of course, these deals are for the U.S., and I've got affiliate links in the description. But these deals are for the U.S. I have people who sometimes comment like, look, why can't you cover it for us in Belarus or in Canada or in India? I'm sorry. I'm a one-man shop. The deals, unfortunately, are not uniform. They don't apply across the board. My primary audience is the U.S. It's where I'm at. Those are the deals that I cover. So the S25 Ultra, as they're making this video, they have a deal where you can get it for $385 off without trade-in, but they're giving up the $240 towards storage upgrade, which makes the 1 terabyte model $1,034. $1,034 for the 1 terabyte model, which is normally $1,699 or $1,659, and you can get the 512 for $914. So those are insane deals, but which one should you get? Well, I think it depends a lot on what you want out of your phone. Me, I like the Z Fold 7 because not only do you get a flagship level phone, and this is probably the most improved phone this year. If you take away the fact that there's no S Pen, of course you can get a generic stylus, but it is the most improved. Why? Because they gave us the flagship level camera, the 200 megapixel camera finally, and it does have a 4400 milliamp battery, which is very optimized. I get all-day battery. They reworked the screen on the inside and the outside. Best hinge ever, best screen ever, insanely thin. Like when you put these two side by side, the S25 Ultra, I think, is actually a little bit thicker than the Z Fold 7, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's very close. The Z Fold 7 is definitely lighter, but lighter, stronger, faster, new chip. Of course, it's got the Snapdragon 8 Elite that came with it, 200 megapixel camera, reworked that stuff. It's just an amazing phone. This, to me, I want to call it the best phone of the year. And it's maybe one of the most enjoyable phones I've had this year. Other than the S25 Edge, which has been a huge anomaly. I love the S25 Edge. And, of course, now that you can get it significantly cheaper is a really good deal. Like, I love the S25 Edge. And it's been going as low as like $699 lately on Best Buy and Amazon and places like that. Best Buy's had it refurbished for $499. I love the S25 Edge. But for actual fully fledged flagship levels, triple camera, all that great stuff, I love both of these phones. The S25 Ultra came out at the beginning of the year. It is still considered, I consider the most complete phone you can get, but still definitely in contention for phone of the year. And then the Z Fold 7 gives you all the great things that you want in a phone, but also it's like having a tablet in your pocket. It's great. Like, it's got such a tremendous big screen, big, bright, higher nits than ever, all those great things. So the big things that come down to me when you look at these two phones are really, what are you looking for? Do you want the best possible flagship level phone experience you can get, including an S Pen, including DeX? Or do you want flagship level performance, good cameras, but you get the tablet in your pocket? And I've been saying this for years. I used to make a video like the Z Fold 3 saying it was the best tablet of the year, the Z Fold 4 best tablet of the year. Why? Because to me, the best tablet you can have is in your pocket. Not the one that sits next to your nightstand, not the one that sits in your day bag, not the one that sits on your desk that you pick up every once in a while and play with it. The best tablet you can have is in your pocket, and that's this guy right here, because you get all the great benefits of having a flagship phone. Plus, they've got the bigger screen than ever on the outside, which so many people wanted. And I fell in love with this. I love the size. The dimension is basically like having a full-size screen on the front, and then you get the insanely big screen on the inside. and you get 7 years of support with both of them. Now, I wish it still had the S Pen. I'm hoping they bring it back with the Z Fold 8, but Samsung just does it the best. And again, I have to put context on this. This is in the US. The Oppo Find N5, very good. The Huawei, the Huawei, whatever that's called, I can't remember. It's really good. The Honor Magic V5, very good. But here in the United States, you're a little bit more limited on options, right? We don't have those phones here. You have to import them. They don't have the same level of network support. Try getting a warranty repair done, all those different things. So when it comes to my audience, I typically say, hey, I stick to Samsung, Apple, these other ones. I cover the other ones because I like you to know about them and know what's great and is coming out of China and all these amazing things and 6,000 milliamp batteries. They're doing some amazing things. But if you're watching my video, probably not buying one of those. So the Fold, the Z Fold 7 is definitely the best Fold you can get in the US. I like the camera improvements. The battery life, even with the 4,400 milliamp battery, it gets me all day battery. That's like with the S25 Edge. Samsung's battery optimization and their software is so good. Even though it has a 3,900 milliamp battery, it lasts me all day. It gets me to the evening when I can put it on a charger. And having these thin, lightweight phones that are beautiful and they're well built and they just feel great in the hand. And I was a diehard thinner phone whenever it came to like the Z Fold 6 and the 5. I liked the thinner form factor. I liked that it was easy to use one-handed and all that stuff. And I liked the S Pen. It did irk me at first, but I realized, I don't really use it that much. I just kind of used it for navigation, not for multitasking and other stuff, just for kind of like moving windows around and opening stuff. And it was kind of nice, and I wish we still had it. But using the Z Fold 7, I haven't really missed it. So I don't hang my hat on that problem too much. But all the other stuff, it's just good. This phone is so fun to use. It's so refreshing, and it's such a big rework for the whole folding phone that Samsung has been making. Like the Z Fold 3, 4, 5, and 6 were essentially the same phone with some internal updates. And okay, they shaved a millimeter here. They shaved 5 grams there. This one is the real deal. They went all in. They jumped in both feet first, and they gave us the experience people were asking for a long time. So what you get whenever a company makes a phone that people are asking for means that it's well received, and it's been the best. I believe it's the best selling Fold ever. So if you want a folding phone, if you want that big screen in your pocket, but also you want to have the normal size front screen, and then also you want all the other improvements that came along with it, that's good. If you don't want a folding phone, if you still don't trust folding phones, if after 7 iterations you're still worried about the crease, you're worried about the internal screen, you don't like the price tag, you still like just having the biggest, best, baddest smartphone that you can get, and you want the stylus, and you live and die by the stylus, this is going to be your phone right here. Plus, I believe it has the most complete camera system. I know it doesn't win #1 in every single department, and it's not even necessarily one overall, but the cameras are very good. I like Samsung's cameras. I like the way that they look. I like the shots that I've taken with the S25 Ultra. They have been, to me, impressive. I'm not a diehard like zoom in like just crazy camera nitpick about all the things. The camera's very good on here. The 5,000 milliamp battery. You got DeX. You got wireless DeX. Of course, that's on the Fold. And then this guy right here, which is basically most of the reason why a lot of people still buy the Ultra, is because of the S Pen, and it's just integrated, built in. The DNA is there. It's been there for years and years and years. So, yeah, if you just want a normal smartphone that gives you the biggest, best, super powerful experience. And if you're worried about the future, because there's a lot of concerns about the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and overheating and things like that because it's just so powerful. Even with vapor chamber, some of the phones are having problems with it. This right here could end up being one of those ones where people look back and like, yeah, the S25 Ultra was it. And it's the same chip in the Z Fold 7. So that stuff out of the way. Tablet in your pocket plus a big screen or the biggest screen all the time. And then price. Price is a big consideration. A lot of people don't consider foldable phones because they're so expensive. It is a $2,000 phone, folks. $1999. This is $200 more expensive than the Galaxy XR headset. But right now, with the sales, the Black Friday stuff, $600 off, it makes it $13.99. And I focus on these deals that don't require a trade-in because some people don't want to trade in a phone. They just want to get the best deal they can at the lowest price without having to give something up. They don't want to give up their S24 Ultra or their 23 Ultra or their iPhone. They want to hold on to those. They want to give them to a family member. They want to keep them as a backup or a spare. You just want to get the best deal that you can get possible. So $13.99 for this phone and the 512 model. That is an insane amount of savings because the 512 model is normally $21.19. So instead of $21.19, you get it for $13.99. It's like $800 off basically if I'm doing math in public right. That's a lot of money. So if you can get those level of savings, then it is something that people consider because this phone is $12.99 normally. And the 1 terabyte deal is fantastic. 1 terabyte for $10.34. Again, the sale could end tomorrow. But stay tuned because these sales have been basically changing from day to day, and they might get rid of it one day. It comes back another day. Black Friday is still a couple of days away. This is like Black Wednesday. So you got a couple of days left, and then you got Cyber Monday and the rest of the holiday season. So there will be more deals. They will probably drop back down to these prices again or similar or in some other fashion or configuration. But again, that's something that people don't usually consider this seriously. It's like, look, I like the phone, but I don't want to spend that much money, right? I don't want to spend $1,000. I don't want to spend $2,000. $13.99 with the free storage upgrade. That is one heck of a deal on this phone. And the other benefit, like I said, the best tablet you have is the one that's in your pocket. You carry this around, you use it all the time. It's a one purchase thing. It's not like I got to buy an S25 Ultra and I got to buy a Tab S11 or a Tab S11 Ultra. That's double the price. That's even more expensive. So if you can get a 2-in-1, then that makes life a lot sweeter, right? And you save a significant amount of money, and you don't have to bounce back and forth between products. It's all right there. So I used to be a big tablet guy. And if you remember, if you've been following my channel a long time, I used to make a lot of tablet videos way back in the day because I love tablets. And then foldables came along and I'm like, screw the tablet. I can carry a tablet in my pocket. And it was one thing I used to love it so much back whenever, I mean, I'm still an attorney, but back whenever I was a practicing attorney and I worked for the law firm I was at, and I would go to court, I would have my docket sheet pulled up. I would have court documents. I would have client documents. I would have PDFs, all sorts of things pulled up. So I'm sitting there waiting to get called up and going over things with my clients, talking to my supervisor who might be helping me out with some stuff. And I would be able to have stuff right there on the fly on the big screen. It was so nice. So there are a lot of really good practical applications to having a larger screen, especially in your pocket. So yeah, that's kind of it. There's no real performance trade-off because you're getting the same chipset. The battery's a little bit different, 5,000, 4,400 milliamp, but they both last me all day. It just comes down to the experience and what you're looking for, right? So now the prices are very, very close and competitive, and Samsung's going to beat the pants off of the Apple Foldable whenever it comes to pricing because they can do sales like this. Whenever the iPhone Foldable, if it does come out next year like it's rumored to, and it's going to be over $2,000, that will be the price you pay eternally. That phone on day one will be the same price it is on day 364. This phone came out like 4 or 5 months ago, $19.99 or $21.19 with the 512 storage, and you get it for $13.99 now. Are you ever going to see $800 off, $700 off of a iPhone Foldable? No, they're going to charge you full price till the day that phone dies. So that's the way that Samsung is able to do this. They're very aggressive with their marketing, very aggressive with their sales and their pricing, and they give people deals. And both of these phones have been selling better than at least their last several predecessors. The S25 Ultra, been selling great. The ZFold 7, been selling great. So now it's like they're putting the pedal to the metal during the holiday season and like, okay, here, we're going to make these rock bottom pricing and get more people to buy them. So I like what they're doing. I like both of these phones. They're both stellar phones. You can't go wrong with either one. It just matters what you want. You don't want a foldable. You still want the straight slab phone with the big screen with the Ultra and all the bells and whistles and the S Pen. This is your phone. If you want the foldable phone in your pocket with the same level of power and sophistication, plus you still get DeX, and both of these phones, they're supported long-term, 7 years of operating system updates, 7 years of security patches. So very, very good there. That's it. That's kind of my comparison between both. Which one might be best for you in which category, or which might interest you. And then this one, of course, the wild card with the pricing being so low makes people consider it. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.